One game left of WRC 1. It is the GGD, is the brand makers Waikato Stampede taking on the BOP Steamrollers. My name is Bevin, Jenkinson at Bev's Broadcasting. Good to have you wherever you're tuned in. Got Tyler in it behind camera again. Referees Lincoln Stewart and Hunter Corson as Waikato in the red, yellow and black and a bit of white win the tip-off. Expect this game to be fast and furious. WRC version. As Kenan Alexander from Thames gets Waikato's account underway and it's out of court. It'll stay with both Plenty. Delves big hand, Moore gets in the way, Priest cleans up. And Alexander grabs it. And it's illegal use of hands against Rhiannon Billette. Good to see you already tuning in there, Cindy. Rhiannon, one of two Australians in the WRC this year. As Enfys Wedita doubles Waikato score 2-0. Unmistakable sound of a cowbell ringing away. As it's loose, picked up by Delves, met in heavy contact, and pulls one back for both Plenty. Enfys Wedita in our last domestic tournament back in October was my camera operator for low pointers. There's Georgia Mekia, been in the sport almost 10 years now. Bouncing off a few players, tries to go through Billette and Delves can't stop her. 3-1. As Billette fighting, gets the ball over half, just in time. And a bit of sidewheel there from Hayden Delves. 3-2, was just talking to him briefly before the start of the game. Almost classified into the sport. It's got a bit of a hand injury that prevented the full classification happening. As Wedita bounces the ball to herself. Delves muscling himself in. Mekia. And over the top ball to Kenan Alexander. And Hayden Delves will cut the margin to 1, 4-3. 6:16 to play first period. Wedita finding Mekia. And rolls away past Billette. Big thanks to WRC 1 supporters. Powerfed BOP Plenty have been the organisers. This has been part of the Festival of Disability Sport. The brand makers who are naming rights to both the Wheel Blacks and Waikato Stampede team. Melrose Kiwi Concept Chairs and Lynn River. (5-4) Waikato with their noses just in front. Alexander trying to tap it through. Delves is going to pick it up. Good contact with Wedita and wins the contact. We're back at all level, 5 apiece. 6 to play, first period. Alexander, and from Thames, the Coromandel, 20 minutes from where I live and grew up. And ball will stay with Waikato. Thames playing host to the filming of the second Minecraft movie earlier this week. Jason Momoa and Jack Black spotted on the streets. Grahamstown, which is the northern end of Thames. Wirata. And Wirata will score. But Waikato back in front. Dalves using this right wing in his favour. And levels things back up at 6 apiece. Mickey asking Weta to do some screening. Good contact with Billette. And Chris Moore makes the hole. 7-6-5-0-8 to play. Dalves gets around Alexander. Fast and Furious wheelchair rugby edition, they say. Billette just saying she's struggling with the screening. Wirata, played the sport for a few years now. Jason Priest almost getting his hands in trouble. And Alexander goes over for his fourth. Part of the Wheel Black setup as well. There's Billette working hard. Pinned at the moment. Ball is loose, picked up by Jason Priest, trying to bat it through. Alexander, good chair control. And Mekia through the middle. Margin back to 2. Dalves has it this time on the left wing. Burns past Wirata. And makes it 9-8. A reminder on court 2 was going to be D-Sport Manawa 2. That game's been postponed due to unforeseen circumstances. And will be played later on next month. Mickey up. Bounces off Dalves. Alexander helping. Priest being a nuisance. 17 on the try clock. Alexander now. Clock is counting down. Gives it away to Mickey. Mickey straightens and scores. 10-8. Dalves getting through, and a technical foul against Georgia Mekia. So the wheels have come up and she's come underneath. And put him into a awkward position. As Priest finds Billette. Alexander shadowing. Dalves goes up and down. And Billette scores 10-9. Brandmakers, Waikato Stampede. Back to 4 players. Mekia just back on court. Ball over to Dalves, who loses the wheel. And Mickey scores. Believe it or not, Tyler, I think it must have been the Australian development team a couple of years ago at New Zealand Nationals. A guy lost his left wheel, like exactly like that. A minute later, lost his right. And like, I mean, that very rarely happens. Like, a tyre popping off like that very rarely happens. As Delves using his trunk round Waikato and makes it 11-10. 3:02 to play first period. His ball is bubbling. And it's out of court. Sorry. Waikato with the inbound right in front of us. Finds Mickey up. On court for the brand makers, Waikato Stampede. Mickey, Alexander, Waikato, and Chris Moore. Chris Moore, the oldest player at this tournament. Delves, Billette, Fitness, and Priest for Bad Plenty. As that one's going to bounce nicely to Billette in the end. And Billette takes it back to a 1-point ball game. 12-11. I'll fix the scoreboard in a moment. Yep, push again. No, you're right. Should come back. Yeah, they're out. And out of court. Long ball down. It's going to set up for Billette. Priest coming in, taking a couple of players out of the way. Alexander there fighting. Fitness and Priest, some good work with their pick. And Billette ties things up, 12 all, 1:56 to play. Bit of hits going in. Chest on steroids, this has been named before. Turnover for Bad Plenty. Billette. And an illegal use of hands against Waikato. She'll go for a stint to the bin for either 30 seconds, of game time, or a Bad Plenty try. Change from last year, used to be 1 minute. As Delve scores and Bolcher's Bad Plenty into front for the first time. (13-12), 1:36 left, first period. Fires it away to Mekia. Mekia drag racing with Delves. Delves is going to get there and pushes her out of court. Not much Mekia could do there. Physical dominance from Delves. There's Moore, manages to stop the ball. Delves picks it up in the end, fires it off to Billette. Bad Plenty now with the margin of 2. Here's Chris Moore. There's a strap loose there. More straps have been fixed. Give and go with Waikato. 2 bar pennies high. Mekia in support. Gets the ball away, and Mekia will score. And halves the lead for Bar Plenty. As Waikato's tyre got popped on contact. Those type of punctures you can't really miss because of this. .103 to play first. And out of court, Waikato ball. Waikato looking for help. Cross to Miki out of her hands. Delves racing through. And it will be Bar Plenty ball. 1 minute to play. There to Dow's Miki out. Pushing it, and Dow's pushes away. Streams down court. And makes the margin 2 again. 15-13. Alexander juggles. Priest there. Alexander gets the ball. And pushes it across. No pass to Waikato. She throws it down court. Mickey gets it in her hands. 15-14. 33 to play. And a timeout called from Bar Plenty. So one of the rule changes that came in at the start of last year, that if you call a coach's timeout or 60-second timeout with 2 minutes left in the period, you can propel the ball into the front court. Possession arrow with Bar Plenty at this point. So I want to count down the clock. 19 seconds left. There with Billet. Billet scores. Margin to 2. No, still cool, mate. And this time it's a timeout from the Brandmakers Waikato Stampede. Another thanks to all those that have helped put this tournament on. Powerfed Bar Plenty, the chief organisers, and corralling volunteers like Tyler and others. Also the referees, the coaches, management, mechanics. It certainly is a village in wheelchair rugby. Cannot speak highly enough of what the sport is like. Tried a couple of times of walking away from the sport in 16 years, but hasn't eventuated. So the brand makers Waikato Stampede will inbound the ball from the start of on the front court. There with Alexander. You can hear Robbie Hewitt in the background counting down the clock. Fires it across. Waikato drops it. Mekia picks it up and scores. Good fortune for the brand makers Waikato Stampede. 16-15. There with Delves. And Delves just spins round. That ends the first period. It is Bay Plenty Steamrollers 16, leading the brand makers Waikato Stampede 15. Alright, second period about to begin. I'm going to try and do the clock as close to the game clock as possible. Might not always be correct, but we'll see how we go. The brand makers Waikato Stampede sitting back on defence. So Bay Plenty Steamrollers up by 1. Dallas goes through, can't. Ball there, well taken by Billette. And first try of the second period, 17-15. There to Alexander. Back to Waikato. Delves shadowing. Pop pass, bounces, Falcon. Loose. And it's a 12-second violation. Bay Plenty with the first turnover of the second period. Let winding up now. There's another thought, then goes. Buffs balls. Oh, great teamwork there from the Steamrollers. They open the margin to 2, 17-15. Waikato finds Alexander. Mekia takes it in the front court. Great work there by Mekia. By Waikato finds Alexander. It's off the front of the chair. Out of court. No try. (18-16). Margin has never been more than 2. Can Bay Plenty make it 3? Some good contact there. Away to Billette. Chris Moore, the only Waikato player on defence, can't stop her. Now the margin 3. There's ball is loose out of court. Stay with Waikato though. So it's 19-15. Alexander takes it, flops it up over to Mekia. And Mekia closes the gap to 3. Hayden Delves having a bit of a moment with the crowd. As Delves can't find a way through. Throws it to Billette, no try. 8 seconds in the key. is the call, and the Brandmakers Waikato Stampede with the turnover. Alexander looking down court to Mekia, takes it in, Breast can't stop it, Delves says get out of my way. Some heavy contact in this game, not unexpected at all. 15 left on the try clock. Alexander, the 2-5, spinning round, looking for the left, right corner post, out of court, and penalty try. The margin now 2. And Mekia takes it to 1917. Drops the ball, Priest, and it's out of court, is it? Yes, it is.
We're looking for the 40-second ones. These are for the banners.
This is the 40-second. The 40-second gets put in there, but I've already done one of them.
Yeah, we're looking for the banners.
Oh, man.
It'll be back with Waikato.
And we'll take up the banners.
Alexander, 30 seconds on the try clock. Plenty of time, Mekia scores. 19-18, margin now 1. Bevin, Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting. Good to have you wherever you're tuning in from. Billette, down to Delves. Delves gets it on the top, spins right round. Back on his wheels, crowd appreciate him. And Delves are on that right post. 20-18. No try. Turnover ball. Alexander takes it, pinned by 2 pick bars. Finds Whittaker. Whittaker down as Whittaker's gone over. And something's pinged off. Go. No, to where these guys are. Yep. And she might have injured herself here. Just wait and see when she pops up. Just then kind of try and slide back. Just so, yeah. Whittaker back on her wheels. And as the clock was stopped by the Brandmakers Waikato Stampede, it'll be with Bay Plenty. And they make it 20-18 now. Apologies, there's 5 minutes to play, second period, first half. There's Mekia trying to get round Billette, bounces off her, Dalves goes over, and Alexander scores. Have to be very careful, Dalves, doing that, because he can be called for physical advantage doing it. He was in the last game. Even though he is safely trying to make himself fall over. There's Billette finding Dalves. 21-19. There's Wirata. Finds Mekia. Gets over half. Nice ball there, Alexander, up and down. Finds Wirata. And that one will help. Especially after that nasty knock she took. And it's 21-20. As Bay Plenty call a timeout. As Bay Plenty need to get there to inbound. And they managed to get it away just in time. Waikato. Back in the key. Dow's trying to crash his way through, does. Alexander almost tips on the end, gives it away to Wirata. 22-21. Each team only has one timeout left in this half, and is out of court. More fun. 4:13 left on the clock. Should just mention, folks, sorry about with the time on the screen. It is me doing the scoreboard and commentary as well. Alexander trying to crash through. Mekia, good ball to her. And locks things back up. 22 all. And a 1 metre infringement goes against Bay Plenty, and turnover ball for Waikato. Him in the lead for a while, but Alexander will get them now. 23-22. Finds Delves. Georgia almost with a turnover. Alexander taps Delves. Up and down, still going Delves. And 12-second violation. So another turnover for the Brandmakers, Waikato Stampede. And Alexander pushes past. Delves. And all of a sudden, the Waikato Stampede with a lead of 2. Last game of WRC 1. Not the final, just to reiterate, is Billette races away with the ball. Halves the margin back to 1. Whittaker, oh no, look, pass is ended up in Sam Fitness's lap. Whittaker pushes it down, chasing hard. Uses the chair, gets the ball away. What a passage of play that is! Nikia scores. Cowbell rings. 25-23. Finds Billette. Alexander shadowing. Can't dislodge. And Delves one-handed. Colin Meads-esque. 25-24. 3 to play. Second period. First half. And another equipment. No surprise in such a physical encounter this game is. Eight teams in this competition. It's a single round robin. There's still a few matches to be played in Porirua in July, end of July, before seeding matches happen. It's Alexander just getting his sleeve adjusted there by Peter Klankhammer. Whittaker and the give and go with more. Ball down to Nekiu's high. Delves is chasing. Delves using the angle. Oh, can't stop her. Bounces pretty much straight off the hit. And it's 26-24. 2:50 to play. Priest. Fighting. Can't dislodge. Then a Billette, she does the old Hail Mary over her head and doesn't help. Makers Waikato Stampede. Chance for them to lead by 3 for the first time this game. Bay of Plenty did have it at one stage. Alexander can't crash through. Finds Whittaker. Then with Mekia. No try. Out of court. And it'll be Bay of Plenty ball from the side. Bats it down. Puts it in a lap. Mekia chasing hard. Alexander there. Support finally going. And an illegal use of hands from Enfys Whittaker. So she'll go in the bin. Or a, Bay of Plenty try. Priest finds Billette. Billette fighting, trying to find some support. Turnover, Chris Moore with it. Hayden Delves back with it. And Enfys Whittaker can't catch him. And it's 1 point ball game, 26-25. The Brandmakers Waikato Stampede back to full complement. Mekia gets it stolen from Delves and out of court. Waikato ball. Mekia throwing it up to Whittaker. Takes it on half. Has to be careful not to go over the back. Alexander off his knees. And through and scores. 27-25. Margin is 2. Plenty led by 2 at the start of this period. Delves with the long ball. Bounces up nicely for Billette. Huge contact, but Billette scores nonetheless. 27-26. 1 minute to play. At this stage, the Brandmakers Waikato Stampede will have possession at the second half. As Whittaker rolls over, her third. And it's 28-26. Priest finds Delves. Alexander shadowing. Delves looking for a long ball. Bounces up. Billette, nice right back in his chair, takes it. Then to Delves, what a finish. And as you can hear Hunter Corson saying, a timeout called by Waikato. Waikato, 24 seconds left on the clock. There with Mickey up. And Mickey now trying to charge through, does nicely. Apologies, just seen that the video froze. 29-17. 29-27, sorry. 7 seconds left on the clock. But had plenty this time with the timeout. 7 seconds left. What's Bay Plenty got? Billette takes the ball. Alexander trying to shadow across. No try. Hits her out of court. And we go into half time. The Brandmakers Waikato Stampede 29 lead the Bay Plenty Steamrollers 27. Welcome back. And it was Waikato inbound, but it's spooned off the chair. And now ends up with Bay Plenty. And then Waikato get the ball back and score. 30-27. Billette going down court. We'll get that scoreboard working in a moment. Delve scores, makes it back to 2. Pops the ball up and Alexander scores his first of the third period. 31-28, Billette from Australia. From Australia, or the West Island of New Zealand, down to Delves. Closes the margin back to 2. Mickey is shadowed by the 3-5 of Billette, former track and field star. And Mickey goes in on the left corner. 32-29. Ball down to Billette. You can see that guard on her legs to stop her leg whacking against the iron bar of the chair. 32-20. And I can tell from personal experience that when you do get a whack on your leg against those bars, they hurt. As Alexander juggles the ball around. Now a bit of a drag race. Infoswedita changes. Alexander up and down, stays in the front court, away to Mekia. And Billette out of court. Penalty try. Is it? No. She'll go to the bin. Yes, it's been determined that Mekia had turned away from the goal as Billette was pushed out. So instead of a penalty try, it's a play in the bin. Penalty try, Billette wouldn't go to the bin. So the Brandmakers Waikato Stampede with a player advantage. As Delves gets in the way of it. Gets the turnover. Fighting off the pick. Drag race with Alexander. A 3-5 and a 2-5. And the 3-5 wins. Margin now 1. There's Bay Plenty. Still the turnover. The two low pointers causing that. .25 on the try clock. Now Delves winding up, 12 on the try clock. Trying to crash through, finds Billette. Billette scores and we're all back level. 32 apiece. Whittaker. Can't find Alexander. Turnover for Bay Plenty. Priest in the work again. David? Delves winding up. Finds Billette and Bay Plenty back in front for the first time in a while. 33-32. Waikato had called a timeout, but referees hadn't heard it.
We don't want it now. No, thank you. We don't need it. No timeout.
And Alexander calls for it.
Timeout.
And Waikato call a timeout.
It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. We'll use it.
He's going to use it. Sorry, David
Stop the clock.
Down that end, but it wasn't hit quick enough. And then he withdrew it, Hunter. So he was trying to withdraw it.
Dave?
So he's decided to hit it.
Dave, that clock is still going. No, Dave, they've chopped off about 20 seconds.
What was it?
The times, I just fixed it, don't worry. So Bay Plenty 33-32 in front. There's a timeout called for the brand makers Waikato Stampede. It's final intensity, but it isn't the final. It's only the last, it's the final game of WRC 1. We head to Palmerston North next month for the 4.5 tournament, the game that was supposed to happen on court number 2 now, between D Sport and Manawatu, where we played at that tournament. As Bay Plenty slow to the inbound again. Blake will offload away to Delves. Delves racing on this left wing. Good contact, gets a great pass away to Billette, but it's out of her hands and out of court. .32-33. Here's a loose ball. Mickey will pick it up. Ball down to Alexander. Used to play rugby for the Thames Rugby and Sports Club in his hometown. Went to Thames High School. And feeds the ball over to Mekia. And locks things back up at 33 all. Ball there to Billette, using her own baseline. Turnover for Mekia. And it's 34-33. Waikato back in front. Delves to Priest. 0.5 looking for Billette. Whittaker trying to encourage the ball out of court, and she wins that one. Did you get that on camera actually? Sorry. Yeah. The old, come on ball, come on. There'll be highlights and bloopers posted to this Facebook page in coming weeks. There's a lot to unpick after a long weekend of wheelchair rugby. And Waikato extend their lead to 2. They'll sit back in the key as Delves brings it up court. Have to get over half in 12 seconds. Does that comfortably. 25 on the try clock, bashing through. Alexander with the deny. Mekia picks up the spoils. Billett giving chase. Billett with almost the deny, but a try scored. 36-33, margin 3. Here's Delves, great chair movement. Pushes the margin to 2. Delves making his way down court. Brandmakers Waikato Stampede allowing steamrollers to come at him. Just got to manage to deny. Billett with the pass. Great passage of play for Bay Plenty. 37-35. I think this easily is the best game of the tournament so far, on court number 1 at least. Mekia makes no mistake. Gonna be the long ball. Down to Billett. Here's the front court to herself. (36-38). Waikato beats Delves, beats Fitness. Fitness slows it down though. There with Keenan Alexander. .20 seconds left on the try clock. Delves steals it though. Another turnover. And Billett converts to turnover. Margin 1. More the give and go with Waikato. Got to get over halfway. And it's a 12-second violation. Bay Plenty. Major breakthrough. Can Bay Plenty tie things up again? Yes, drop ball there from Billett, but she picks it up again. There too. Delves, and Delves scores and ties things up. 38 all, 128 to play. Third period. Here Tauranga Walker shaking that cowbell very loudly. On the sideline, doesn't play Sundays. And Waikato get their noses in front. Priest drops it from Delves. Good hit from Alexander. Bounces off though. Weaves his way through. And with a minute to play, 39 all. One more period left after this though. If we're locked up at the end of the next period, we go to a 3-minute overtime. Long way to go before that. Keenan picks the ball up. Good hit just in front of us. And away to Mekia. Yes, but plenty call a timeout. But plenty start with the ball in the front court.
What was the clock on?
51. No, 51, mate. You should know better than that, Rob, with me, mate. Clock starts this time. So does mine. This is Waikato up by 1. Trying to feed straight to Alexander.
No, not if we score. When we score.
Cross to Mickey up.
We might.
Back to Alexander.
Yes, sorry guys.
41-39. Delves picked. Juggles.
Yours, Keenan. Yours, Keenan. Yours, Keenan.
Through. Billy gets it. Still in the back half of the court. And it's a 12-second violation. Turnover ball for the Brandmakers. Waikato Stampede. And a chance for them to go up by 3. Gives it to Alexander. Pops it to Mekia. And Mekia almost botched the try. And with 7 seconds left, 42-39. There with Delves. Delves racing down the court. Gets a tap and over. It is a spin. Alexander will go to the bin. Hit behind the axle. If you hit in front and spin, it's legal. It's when it's behind that it's not. 2.1 seconds left on the clock. Still a chance for Bay Plenty to score. Time does not start till it's touched on court.
2.1 seconds. Get on the other side, guys. The other side between them and the goal.
Alexander could be in there for the period break. If Bay will be in there if Bay Plenty don't score. Short ball hits the back of Delves. Spoons up for Wirata. And Brandmakers, Waikato Stampede 42 lead the Bay Plenty Steamrollers 39 heading into the last break. Have we got one more period left, or will we go to overtime? Strap yourselves in, is all I have to say. Bay Plenty will start with the ball. They trail by 3. As an equipment timeout Georgia Mekia not able to get on court due to a strap. No, it's actually might be Chris Moore. No, not Chris Moore. It's Keenan. No, it's not Keenan Alexander. It is Edfus Wedderton down there, getting some attention. Great to have you wherever you're tuned in, folks. Bevin, Jenkinson at Bev's Broadcasting. Tyler doing a great job on camera. Delves with the ball. And no issue. Margin 2. Wedderton finds Mickey up. Long ball down to Alexander. Big hit from Delves. Flips the ball. Might land safely for Mickey. Yes, it does. 43-40. 7:48 to play. Just a reminder, the time you have on screen is my time. It's not the official time. Alexander and Moore being a nuisance. No look pass over the back. And 12-second violation. First turnover of the fourth period goes the way of Waikato Stampede. Here's this time Alexander's sleeve needs attending to. All that sweat and carry on makes them slide up, down, and uncomfortable. There for Mickey up. Billette shadowing. Won't stop her. 44-40. Margin 4. Still a lot of rugby to go to finish WRC 1. Alexander menacing Delves. Delves the long ball down. Billette can't catch it. She got a hand to it. Wedderton with the turnover. Back to Billette. Fortunate stuff for plenty steamrollers. Take those 50-50s. And Billette squeaks through. Margin 3. 7 to play. Reminder, locked up at full time at the end of this period. We go to a 3-minute overtime. Wedderton fires it across to Mickey up. Delves just pretty much happy to watch it go over. 45-41. Priest finds Billette. Billette bouncing out of Wedderton, passes to nobody, and a turnover for DG Sports Stampedes. Big thanks to the WRC1 supporters, the brand makers, Melrose Kiwi Concept Chairs, Lynn River, and Parafed Bar Plenty. Moore takes the inbound, and a tech foul against Sam Fitness. Not allowing the player to come fully on court. Tech foul, like basketball, used for unsportsmanlike conduct. And debate about whose ball it actually is. It should be Waikato's. As if it was Bay Penny. Excuse me, Sam Fitness wouldn't be in the bin. So the brand makers Waikato Stampede with the player advantage. Mekia gets hit by Delves, still scores, and you can see his supporters behind the line there celebrating. The bell is ringing, 46-41. This is your first game of wheelchair rugby to watch. What an amazing match. Billette has the court to herself almost. Telling her team just to get back on D.
Inbound now, 14.
It's 46-42, 6:09. More the give and go with Waikato. Took a heavy knock earlier in the game. Has carried on playing. Some great passages of play there from Waikato. 47-42. Do not count out this Bay of Plenty team. Delves with that long levers of his. Pops the ball down the chest pass. Down to Billett. Oh, it's out of Billett's hands. Chasing. Out of court. Waikato ball. How are those house renovations going, Dave? How are those house renovations of 5 years? Oh, they're all finished. Then Mickey up. Mickey trying to be forced back, can't. Fair enough. As Bay Plenty call a coach's timeout. 5:28 left, 47-42. Timeout taken. Plenty just needed to resettle things. .25 on the try clock. Plenty of time to score in wheelchair rugby. Option not in. And 8 seconds in the key. Going against Jason Priest, so turnover for Waikato. This is the biggest margin for the game so far. Alexander takes the ball off. Waikato. Mickey is up high if he wants to use them. And doesn't need to. There's Bay Plenty with another timeout. It is their last. Yep. So Bay Plenty with no other timeouts left. So they had plenty starting after the timeout, but Stacey Roach is in the bin for a tech foul. Not 100% sure what the reasoning there was. Something happened at the end of the timeout, and Bay Plenty closed the margin to 6. Alexander, no look pass to his right. Mekia, better, some good passing. And the 50 comes up for Waikato. Broughton on court as well, as they have done all game. Billette and Dalb still on court. Nikki Broughton with a new strap. Away to Dalbs, and Dalbs scores 50-44. Mickey on this right wing. Cuts across court. Broughton trying to mark her. Mickey bounces out. And away goes Mickey up. Margin back to 7. There to Broughton. Broughton down to Billette. And Dalbs helps himself. Still a long way to go in this game. 3:31. They plenty just need turnovers now. Get them quick, get them back, get that momentum back with them. Alexander takes it above his head, and the 2-5 will race away. .52-45, quick inbound there from Bay Plenty. Dalves takes it, Chris Moore and Stacey Roach tying each other up. You can see there, Roach in 3, Moore in 6. There to Alexander, Falcon, turnover for Billette, turnover for Alexander. And there's been an issue with the clock, so they're going to have to go back to the last recorded time. Go to the bench. Go. Yes, it will be readjusted to 3:12. Moore, and Dalbs with the turnover back. But Plenty Steamrollers getting that turnover they had got before, and they score with exactly 3 minutes to play. 52-47. As the ball flops to the middle, Alexander told to be patient. High ball there to Mickey up. .20 left on the try clock. Now Mickey winding up. But it'll be Alexander who scores in the corner. 53-47. Bev's broadcasting off to Parongia next weekend for Parongia Rugby's 150th. Live on Bev's Broadcasting YouTube channel. As Billette scores 53-48. And it's it's Mickey who's kissing the court. Just about literally. You can show that. Mercury back up on all tyres. Here's Stacey Roach needing a new tyre. Went to the Sydney Paralympics in 2000. Represented New Zealand in boccia, finished 4th. Boccia's a similar to petanque. It's an indoor game. It's very strategic, just like wheelchair rugby. Good old-fashioned drag race. Delve stops Mickey up. And in the end, Mickey scores 54-48. Pop ball there too. Broughton pops it down to Billette. And really, Bay Plenty are going to need to score quickly. Make sure they hold on to the ball and score. Give and go with Moore and Waikato. Got to look at the 12 seconds. Down to Mickey up. There's ball over to Mickey in the end from Alexander. 55-49. At least something drastic happens quickly. DG Sport, the brand makers Waikato Stampede. The brand makers used to be Waikato, used to be DG Sport. That's the turnover Bay Plenty don't need. And 56 up. Out of court. Stay with Bay Plenty. Billette away from Waikato. Drag race. Delves stracing through and ensures the try is scored. 50 comes up for Bay Plenty. 56-50. Might be the first game that both teams have scored 50 plus. There's Mickey. Oh, great chair movement away from Billette. Pop ball to Waikato, then to Mickey up. 57-50, 40 seconds left. There's Billette trying to spot a hole, does so. 57-51. 18 seconds left in this game. As I said, probably the best game we've had all weekend on the live stream. There with Waikato. Almost forcing over. Over to Waikato's head. And bounces out of court. 6 seconds left. Can Bay Plenty get a consolation? No, they can't. That is it. Waikato, the brand makers Stampede 57, have beaten the Bay Plenty Steamrollers in an enthralling game to finish WRC 1. The next tournament on the domestic calendar is the 4.5 tournament in Palmerston North. As it stands at the moment, I won't be there, sorry. will be there for WRC 2. We still have more games between these 8 teams to finish off before we get to the seedings. That is at the last weekend of July. If you're in the Porirora area, it's at Te Ruaparaha Arena. Big thanks to Tyler, who's jumped in behind camera and done an awesome job for the 3 matches. Big thanks to the New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby supporters, Lynn River, Melrose Kiwi Concept Chairs, the brand makers, and Parafed Bay Plenty. Until next time, folks, as I said, I'm off to Tauranga next Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the 150th Jubilee. Take care, look after yourselves. Please look after your mental health. Hei kona.